This week in WoW, February 26th, 3 new promotions and 8 new hero talent trees. Yes, so we know, just to top it off, Solo Self-Found is going live this week, February 29th. We know that already, but in other news, February 27th, Arena Skirmish bonus event is coming, as well as a PvP Grawl Gravity Lapse event. Oh, have they done something like this? Gravity Lapse? What the hell is that? That's interesting. I probably have to open this and look it up. Jump into PvP, get your Packed House of Warfare, Deep 6 resource race. Okay, so it's like a bunch of different things. Get ready for cold weather in this week's PvP Arathi Blizzard. Oh, wow. Interesting. I don't PvP that much, so some of this stuff is, you know, over my head. But every week PvP will be available. Okay, yeah, cool, cool. Interesting stuff. Yeah, they add on a gravity thing. Okay, cool. Interesting. February 28th, the green is good during March trading post. Okay, March's trading post is going to be coming up soon, so we'll be seeing what those items are and reviewing them here. Also, on February 27th, a new promotion. Not sure what that's going to be. Usually the promotions are like the Twitch drops or the Amazon drops, but I'm not sure why there'd be one on February 27th. That's an interesting thing. February 29th, WoW Hardcore Solo Self-Found, we know. And the last day of February's trading post, of course. And then March 1st. This one's interesting. 2 new promotions will be announced on March 1st. I'm guessing one of them is the Amazon Prime monthly event that we've been getting, you know, those Prime drops. And then the other, I'm not really sure what the hell that is about. Again, maybe they're going to announce the Amazon Prime drops, and there could be a drop for the new patch coming out, the Pirate Patch. 10.2.6, so that could be it. Yeah, new promotion today, but they haven't announced it yet. Yeah, so today is, I know, February 27th, but it hasn't been announced yet. March 3rd event, Moonshire. Yeah, I mean, sorry, Dark Moon Fair. Dark Moon Fair will be going live on March 3rd. That is the last of these event roundups for the calendar here. But there's other things to talk about. Dragonflight hotfixes. Yes, if you were doing follower dungeons, you were previously limited to 10. Within 24 hours, well, now it's been increased to 50. Not only that, there is no longer an XP debuff to be had. Basically, you'll get the same XP that you get if you were to run the dungeon with regular people. So that's a big buff for these follower dungeons. So if you've been running them, you've been enjoying them, you're about to start enjoying them more, and you can do them a lot more. Again, the limit was 10, now 50, and the presence of followers in dungeons no longer decreases the XP earned by human players. That's a big one. That's a big one. Moving on. Does WoW have a meta problem? Because I was watching, you know, the mythic dungeon runs and everything recently on the WoW channel, watching the competition. The competition was fierce. Those guys are professionals, man. But damn, I saw a lot of Demon Hunters tanking, saw a lot of Ret Pallies, and let's check out what the numbers look like now when it comes to Mythic Plus. Now, of course, some things might be skewed here and there based on the key of the week and the affixes. But look at this. Retribution Paladins. Man, we are in the age of the Paladin. Even when we're raiding, I feel like half the raid is freaking Ret Pallies. Look at that. 16.9%. Retribution Paladins, considered S tier here. 9.2% Fire Mage. Augmentation Evoker, of course. Everybody likes to bring a Augie Boy. 8.9%. And then Havoc Demon Hunter. Demon Hunters are just in a great spot. In general, they're the #1 tanking class. Look at that. They're top 4 in terms of DPS. I mean, if you got a Demon Hunter, you're getting invited. Yeah, woo, it's great. Yeah, definitely, if you're a Demon Hunter or a Paladin. The rest of these all kind of, you know, march around the 4 to 5%. We got some 2%ers here. Enhancement Shaman's great for raid, but I guess not as good for Mythic Plus. So that's interesting to look at. And then the weirdest thing is Sub-Titty Rogue, man. Look at that, 1.4% for Sub-Titty. And yet, when we look at the damage charts for, like, raid and stuff, they are S tier. #1 in overall damage, #1 in boss damage, and yet C tier when it comes to... I guess it has to do with utility or something. Strange that they're so low on here, but I guess they're maybe more single target, which is probably what it really was. They're more single target damage than they are AoE damage. Moving on to what the tanks look like. As I said, Vengeance Demon Hunter. I mean, my God. Demon Hunters, 55.9%. What the hell is that? I actually get groups now instead of spending 3 hours trying. But look at me. See, I'm a blood DK. And I do get groups because I'm massively cacked. Yeah, I got big item level, decent IO. So yeah, I get invited to things. I'm a tank at the end of the day. But what the hell? And I actually have like best in slot almost all this shit. So that's crazy. 55.9. Now I understand a skew slightly, but my god, 55 point. Over half of Mythic Plus runs are led by Vengeance Demon Hunters tanking. Yeah, balanced indeed. Definitely balanced. Again, we are, it looks like even Protection Paladin, 18.6 is really high. So if you're playing as a Paladin or a Demon Hunter right now, life is good. Life is definitely good. Brewmaster Monk, 4.8%. So, I mean, basically you got two types of tanks and then everything else. And they're considering Blood DK and Protection Paladin A tier, so they're matched, but 18.6% is a lot more than 8, that's for sure. So, hey, I'm part of these dungeon runs, probably. 611, they actually count this shit. So, looking at these, I mean, yeah, when it comes to tanking, there really is no balance right now. Half of them being just Vengeance Demon Hunter is ridiculous. Looking at the healing charts, it's a bit more balanced than the others, but Mistweaver Monk, damn. Mistweaver Monk's doing great. At least this side of Paladins isn't doing too good. Holy Paladins down here at 6.3%. Preservation Evoker, even in Raid, I don't really care to bring them, I'll be honest. You know, they're good mid-ranged hunters, but I prefer to bring other things. Restoration Summon, 11.6. Discipline Priest. Disc Priest has been doing great. Disc Priest has been a great spot for a while now. Thing is, it is just those people getting groups, or that is the majority of people who are playing that matters. I see a fair amount of all tanks. Yeah, this is the number of dungeon runs. So you could say maybe it's unbalanced in terms of the number of people that are playing a certain class and spec. But I also think it's probably skewed because certain people are inviting certain classes. That's just how it works. So there might be a lot of people playing Vengeance, but it kind of feeds on itself, right? Like, Vengeance gets a lot of invites, more people start to play Vengeance. More people playing Vengeance means more Vengeance Demon Hunters are getting invites because that's what the pool is made up of. People do tend to flip onto the classes that are part of the meta, so it does exacerbate the situation. But all in all, this is still based on power. People understand what the most powerful classes are at the time, and they invite those classes. Mistweaver Monk being 31% and Restoration. I mean, these two combined are doing over 50% of the of all the healing. That's a lot. That's a lot, and that has to do with how powerful these classes are right now. Morning, Sam. What's up, Icy Water? Yeah, so I mean, like I said, yeah, sometimes this gets pushed over the edge because more people start playing a certain class because it's S tier. But at the same time, I mean, damn, this is some disbalanced shit. But it changes from season to season, so whatever the flavor of the month does. Let's look at the overall damage charts. Now, these are more single target based, you know, and overall, so it's interesting to look at these because, as I was saying before, if we look at overall damage, Sub-Titty Rogue's at the top. And then it was at the bottom of the freaking charts in terms of dungeon runs for Mythic Plus. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen it that flipped in my life. I understand being a single target prone, you know, and single target professional, being that just that cannon that can blast away one thing, but when it comes to multiple, you're not as good. But damn, I mean, what the hell? That's a big difference there. Unholy Death Knight, Arcane Mage, Rhett Pally, we know is the king of Mythic Plus right now. Look at that, they're doing good. Fury Warrior, Outlaw Rogue, and then we round out the bottom with, we can never track Augmentation, but Warlock ain't doing that great right now. Demonology, Affliction, Destruction, all towards the bottom half here in terms of specs. If we look at overall single target, blast their heart away damage, again, we see a common theme here. Sub-Titty at the top. The craziest thing, I'm telling you, I have never seen a DPS spec at the bottom when it comes to Mythic and at the top when it comes to rating. It's weird. Yeah, Rogue doesn't have much utility. I think that's what it is. Hybrid classes just are much more in demand. They can Dispel, Hero, Battle Res. Yep, that's probably what it is. It's probably a combination of better single target damage than multi-target damage and better utility from other classes as well. But crazy to see it. Sub-Titty at the top, Unholy, Retribution Paladin again, Feral, Druid, Fire Mage, Enhancement Shaman here. Enhancement's great for Raid. I guess it's alright for Mythic Plus. That's from what I've been seeing. Again, the Warlock's sitting here in the middle. Mage has been coming back, I feel like. Fire Mage has been doing really good in raids that we've been doing. And rounding out the bottom here, Marksmanship Hunter again. The sad one left out next to Augmentation Invoker. Biggest movers this week. Unholy DK. Up 5 spots. The biggest mover up. Yes, almost reclaiming its throne, its king, its kingdom. Remember, Unholy was at the top for quite a while early in the expansion. And then biggest mover down. Looks like it's Enhancement Shaman and Affliction Warlock. Not getting any love these days. Enhancement Shaman, I'm surprised is going down. It's been on the up and up. Enhancement Shaman has been the best shaman a shaman has been in quite a while. I've actually been liking bringing Enhancement Shamans into raids, and it's always kind of been that way, but their utility is actually top-notch right now. I like having them. I bring as many as I can. They're a good thing to have in raid for sure.